They were behind the screen. I sang for them, and she said, "Now you can say you sang behind, you sang background for Roberta Flack."
Welcome to Message Reveal. Message Reveal identify a five, a message or a story told through lyrics of a song. And you guys, if you rock with me every week, you know what I do. I have a special guest, and I can't wait to introduce you to our special guest. But before we get started, if you're new to my platform, please subscribe and find out what Messaged Reveal is all about. Now, let's get back to business. You guys, I have to tell you a few things, and I only mean a few things about my special guest, but we'll get to dive in deep and find out more. One, she's a native of Las Vegas. Yes, you know how I feel about us natives. Yes, I got to represent. Number two, she has over 30 years experience in the beauty world, and we'll find out, or the beauty industry, and we'll find out more about that. And last but definitely not least, she is a multi-award winning American gospel singer and a little bit more. You guys, please put your hands together and welcome my beautiful special guest, Miss Aretha Harden.
Hello.
How are you, my dear?
I am great. How are you? Thank you so much.
I am doing fine, thank you. And I say to any of my guests that took time out to say yes to me, I appreciate you. Well, we just gonna dive in, and I love having singers on because I get to just pick their brain and get to look from their perspective on how they see things. So before we even go into music, which is my favorite, let's talk about you being in the beauty industry for 30 years. How did this happen? Because we know you sing, but most singers have something in the background they do, and usually it's multiple things. So tell me, take me on that journey.
Well, that journey came from coming out of high school and having summer jobs, and I didn't want another boss. I wanted to be my own boss, and but I treated it as a business. I have a little OCD of being on time, and so I wanted to make sure that I didn't have 5 and 6 people just sitting waiting. That just irritates me to no end because these people have time and not just to spend it with you. So,
Yes.
just to really focus on getting my clients in and out and, doing a good job and making sure that they're happy and satisfied with the product.
So I'm gonna dig a little deeper. I know you said you wanted to be your own boss, but what's the backstory behind the backstory that said, okay, were you sitting somewhere or you saw Aunt do a client and you like, wait a minute, I can do that because being a in the beauty industry takes a lot of patience and a lot of diversity because everybody wants the way they want it to be done. So what was that background that initiated you in this process to begin with?
Well, basically, I was the first entrepreneur in my family, and um, just working those summer jobs as a teenager and seeing how the supervisors would treat the workers or the bosses would come in and talk to, and I just didn't. I don't like being talked down to, so that didn't work for me. So I straight out of high school, I went to be a flag person, and at that time we were making like $25 an hour. That was great money back then. And but if you got sick, then you automatically got fired. You automatically got fired, but they'll rehire you after you get well. But it's like starting all over again in the union. So I said nope, and I asked my mom to. I said I wanted to go to beauty school, and I said I promise you I'll never miss a day, and I'm gonna ace it. And I never missed a day, and I aced it.
Wow.
And I just didn't. I wanted to be in charge of my life. So. watching my parents work, and they worked for years in for the county. And my mom was a CPS supervisor,
Wow.
and my dad worked in Zenoff Hall, which was the juveniles. So I come from a little strict background.
Yes, you knew you wasn't going there, right?
Yeah. Oh, no, not at all. No.
Well, I appreciate you just giving that background and to
Hmm.
really press upon everyone that's listening that you wanted to take matters into your own hand, and
Hmm.
especially being the first family entrepreneur. I'm pretty sure that journey was unique and you learned a lot along the way.
Yes, it was. I made sure that I did not just stick to black hair. I did everybody. I wanted to make sure that when you're in school, they put you on certain things that they want to teach you. So they didn't teach black hair. That's something that came from home.
Oh,
So, but then I learned about Caucasian hair. I learned about Oriental hair. You learned about mixed race hair. You learn, different things that you can do the same thing as far as an African American that you can do for a mixed race Mexican or a full blood Mexican, because
mm,
they have curly hair just like us. Some of them
mm,
have straight hair, some of them have curly. So I was able to do relaxers or different things that not just on us. So I did esthetician work. I did nails. I did feet. I did the whole thing as cosmetology. Anything that cosmetology did, I did.
wow. So let me ask you, if you did the whole gamut, what was your favorite thing to do out of all of it?
Nails and pedicures. I loved doing pedicures because
Really?
healing. Yes, because it's healing. We're there to really, you can heal your body through your feet.
Come on.
You can heal your body through your feet, and if you take care of your feet will take care of you.
I love that. Well, that's a word. She said, if you take care of your feet will take care of you. And I do believe that. And the reason why I say that, years ago, my grandmother would always say, put something on your feet. If you don't put something on your feet, you're gonna have cold through the body. Or
Hmm.
do this to your feet and do that. And I was like, and what I learned later, that every organ, everything is connected through your feet and through your hands. So not just your feet, your hands,
Your
if you
hands.
take care of it. And it's certain massage techniques that you can do on
Yes.
your feet and hand that can alleviate different pressure points as well.
Yes.
So I I respect that. I know what you're talking about. That's
Yeah.
why I take care of these feet here.
Yeah. But everybody don't do that. You're almost in an assembly line when we go to Kim.
Yes.
They're in an assembly line, and they're not taking the proper time to. They're trying to make sure you come back in 2 weeks.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They're not making sure that foot is smooth. And I used to always say my pedicures will you will be booty baby south.
Oh, that means you really knew what you was doing,
Oh
huh?
yeah. When you leave there, you're gonna be walking on air. You good. You
Wow.
good.
Well, I love that you share that. That just gives you some perspective on who you are. But we're going to turn the tables just a minute and we're going to
Yeah.
talk about music, honey. It has turned me all the way out in such a wonderful way. And
Yes.
I say that because I need you to identify a song that you were either, it was lessons, blessings, or distraction. Now, before you answer, it's a couple of rules to this, okay?
Oh, baby.
Okay. Well, if you can sing, I need you to sing your throat box out, okay?
Oh Lord, I didn't know we was doing that.
But if you can rap, I need you to come hard in the paint. But
No.
if you cannot do either or, I would ask that you tell me about the lyrics, talk about the songs with passion. You know when they say in the streets, stand 10 toes down?
Mm-hmm.
I need to be able to feel what you're talking about. So I'll go back to my original question.
Okay.
Can you identify a song that either provided lessons, distractions, or blessings?
Well, I can, because I have my own album out, and I have that album has been out for a long time. I've done singles that's recent, but each one of the songs that God gave me, I had to go through a trial
Mm,
to be able to sing those songs and to be able to write them. And He wanted real worship. And He said, I don't care anything about the beat. I don't care anything about lyric or anything like that. He said, I need it to come from your heart, because I went through some hard things in life.
mm,
And a lot of writers have gone through so much battle. They really have. And so we sing because we come out of it to help them.
yes.
Okay. So um, I would say the first song that I wrote was called "I Love You, Lord," and "I Love You, Lord" came out of being in a marriage for like 18 years, and one day he just asked for a divorce,
Mm,
and we fought. I mean, I'm over it now. We're good. Um, he became the distraction for me getting my product done, and every Monday he would do something to
mm,
just irritate me, and so I can be discombobulated. But he could never get me discombobulated.
mm.
Um, and so when I would go to the studio, we express every feeling that we're going through. And so when he gave me the divorce papers, that was the last song that I recorded, which "I Love You, Lord."
Mm.
And there's a recorded, and then there's a reprise, as they call it. So this song is "I Love You, Lord. I love you, Lord. You've been better to me than I've been to myself. I love you, Lord. I praise your name. I praise your name. You've been better to me than I've been to myself. I love you, Lord. I praise your name. I praise your name. You've been better to me than I've been to myself. You've been better to me than I've been to myself. You've been greater to me than I've been to myself. I love you, Lord.
Woo! Come on, girl. Listen.
Well, I did it in
Acapella.
pieces.
It's
I did it in pieces,
beautiful.
though.
It's
Thank
beautiful.
you. Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So when you sing that song, does it help heal those wounds when you were writing that song to elevate yourself? Because you said he would like challenge you during that
Mhm.
time. Does that song help elevate that energy of that time?
Actually, that song gives me strength, because that was the last song that we were going to do, and I said, if I can sing through this, I can sing through anything.
Hmm. Hmm.
If I can go in and do this song, and if you go on YouTube and you look up "I Love You, Lord," there's two, and you look up the reprise. I went in to re-record, and I said, I just give me some strings. I said, let me warm up my voice, and I started singing it, and next thing I know, we all in. And so I come out and I see JL like this, and I see
Wow.
Joe Mumford, who's with the Lord now. He was like this on he was the engineer, the producer, and I had to push stop, and I had to turn his keyboard off. And I
Wow.
said, "Okay, I'm ready." And they said, "We're done."
No, it was one take.
It was one take.
Oh,
He said, "Nope,
wow.
we're done." He said, "We're done. We're finished. This this
Wow.
this album is finished today."
Wow. That was a spiritual connection then,
Mm-hmm.
if it was one take and the producer said it was done. So
Yeah.
what a wonderful way to really acknowledge your source, God, and what he does for you. But let's talk about the writing process with this. You
Mm-hmm.
said it was connected to that, but what was that moment that said, I have to write this song? What was the inspiration behind it?
Well, at that time, we were getting ready to be the satellite church for Victory Missionary Baptist Church. We were the first church to go out, so it was Victory Mean Valley, and I was just worshiping, and I was like, Lord, I love you. I never thought that I would be anybody's first lady. Had no training, I'm a little rough,
That's okay.
I'm a little thuggish, y'all. You want me to be over the people of God? But
You so funny.
it was some life lessons. I learned some things. I learned a lot of humility. I learned how to love in spite of,
Mhm.
and there were some failures.
Mhm.
There was some time to pow pow.
Yeah. Yes,
it was
ma'am.
it was sometimes, but I did learn that when God put you in position, he trusts you with His people,
Mm, that's
and don't um, I would say take it serious because
mhm.
he's trusting you with souls, and it's a whole nother game when you're
Yes.
responsible for somebody's soul.
Yeah. That is very true. That is very true. So I always ask this question. I'm a native, you're a native,
Mm-hmm.
and I love to highlight who we are. What do you see for Vegas in the next 5 years from your perspective?
Ooh, for the next 5 years, I
Mhm.
would hope that we come together as a community because our president is pushing us to that. He's literally pushing us to that, and it's not a bad thing.
Mhm.
It's making us the creators that we have always been.
Yes,
Now it's going to make us be even better creators, but they can't steal it this time.
that part.
They can't steal it.
Yes.
So us knowing who we are, God made us. We are a peculiar people, but He made us resilient to no end,
Yes.
and there's nothing you can do about it. Everyone around the world wants to be or imitate what we do.
Yes.
Period. Point blank.
Yeah. 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 I agree. And do you think that that community feel that we will have here, do you think it'll take us into a better Las Vegas in the next 5 years?
I think it'll take us into a better community that we love each other more and respect each other more, and also support each other more.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, so
Yeah, I like that. I definitely like that. So many times people do not think Vegas has community, and
hmm
I'm here to highlight that we do, just like any other place. Even
hmm
though we have the strip and we have those other things, we do have community. It may be pockets of community, but
right.
as you said, I'll go back to you. Maybe this will make us more cohesive and a little bit more closer to each other.
hmm
So.
Yeah, yeah.
So let's turn the tables one more time and let's talk about you. Now, you correct me if I'm wrong,
Okay.
that you started in the choir when you were 6 years old.
Mhm.
Is that correct?
That is correct.
And this is singing or just being in the midst of the choir?
No, this is singing.
So
No, this
tell me about this.
okay. Well, I was born and raised at Victory Missionary Baptist Church, but you had to be like 9 years old to even be baptized. And I remember a point where we left and we went to Pilgrim Rest. And when we got to Pilgrim Rest, there was a song called Come On to Jesus" by James Cleveland. And nobody wanted to sing the song. So I was like, I sing it.
Oh,
And
so
so,
you wasn't a shy 6 year old then.
no, I was not the shy 6 year old. Not at all.
So
Not
you
at all.
raised your hand.
I raised my hand, and my mom was in the choir. My sister Renee was in the choir. And I think she directed it. Bridget, I can't remember Bridget's last name, but she was the minister of music at the church, the head director at the church at the time. And when she taught me the song, I sang it, and that was like, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life.
Oh, really? So that's
Yeah,
when you caught the bug.
I caught it early.
Wow. So can you gave us a little hint of that song. Can you just give us a little bit more bars of that particular song that you just mentioned?
Okay, let me see if I can remember it. Come on to Jesus while you have time. Come on to Jesus. Make up your mind, though you may not have a friend to go with you to the end. Oh, come to Jesus while you have time.
Woo! Girl, that was
I can't believe I
beautiful.
remembered it.
Well, it's in your DNA. It's coded now,
Amen.
okay? That
Amen.
was
Amen.
beautiful.
Thank you.
Wow. So, 6 years old in the choir, that's your first song. And from
Hmm.
there, I guess it just took off. And if I'm not mistaken, at 19, you did your first album, correct?
Yes, that was fate. For always truth and honesty. That was my brother wrote all of those songs. I just brought him to life. He couldn't sing it all.
Oh, so he had a good pen, and you were the
He,
one.
he people. I would say people who can't sing write novels when you don't need to write a novel. So we had to dissect it a little bit. And so the same producer at the time, which was Joe Mumford, um, he dissected it, um, each song, and also who was it? Um, Vince Jordan, my cousin. He was also one of the writers, and so
You did it. So let's talk about that experience. When you look back at the age of 19 and whatever age you are now, what experience that you take from that you apply now as an adult from that first experience?
well, as an adult, I first of all writing my own material and asking God to give you the material. And He has a way of getting you to write a song that will question if you want to be an artist or not. Because He'll take you through hell
Mhm. Mhm.
to write
Mhm.
the song, and that's the truth.
Mhm.
But because He wants it real.
Yeah,
You know, if it changed your life, it can change somebody else's life.
that
And
is
so
true.
He has to take, if you about it, if you about it, about this life, if you're about this life, you're gonna go through.
Mhm.
And He has to, our trials are not for us, our trials for other people. And so we come out of it like, whew, thank God that's over with.
Yeah.
Lord, let me learn it quick so I can come out. I've learned I, I've learned to say that too.
Mhm.
Let me learn it quick so I can come out.
Yes, yes. And I really do believe if anything, we do overcome through our testimony because you don't
Mm-hmm.
know what heart you can be penetrating just by telling. And really, a true story is a testimony. It
Mm-hmm.
doesn't have to just be a testimony for church. When you tell what you've been through and how you overcome,
Mm-hmm.
that in turn connects with someone and they say, wait a minute, I might be in silence suffering with that same thing, and they have
Mm-hmm.
a route or they have the ability to say, if they came through, I can come
I
through.
can come. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And that's it. And never be afraid of your story,
Hmm.
because you never know who may need to hear it. Never be afraid of your story. I don't care what you came out of. If you came out of abuse, if you came out of incest, if you came out of um, just hard times, and you figured out how to make it, you figured out how to survive. Don't be afraid of your story, because somebody needs it.
Hmm.
Somebody needs it. I guess I need to be obedient and write the book or the movie.
Oh, see, all right. Okay,
And
but
it's true. Don't
yeah,
be afraid of your story.
I think that's a powerful message to give. And I think the story can be good, it can be challenging, but whatever your story is,
Hmm.
tell it when you have the opportunity to help someone.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate you sharing that. And let's just talk about you. I need you to, if you like, you can close your eyes, you don't have to.
Okay.
And I want you to go down memory lane. And the reason why I want you to go down memory lane, we all receive some money sometime, whether it's for Christmas or we did some cleaning. The majority of us, we had to clean anyway. We weren't getting paid to clean.
Hmm.
But we received some kind of money and we said to ourselves, ooh, I know what I'm going to get, whether it was a artist, it was a actual just particular song. What was your first music purchase on your own without anybody influence?
Well,
Come on, tell it.
my first purchase was Switch. They'll never be.
Okay.
They'll
So
never be.
what made you fall in love with that?
Ah, cause they was all cute.
Yes, they were.
I'm just saying.
You a mess. So, were you able to? So, you purchased the CD or that particular song. Did you sing that song?
No, I kind of just listened to it because it was like they were singing to me.
Oh, okay, I'm not mad at you. So,
Oh
if
God.
you hear that song right now to this day, do you sing along and does it
Mhm.
bring back memories?
Yeah, it brings back a lot of memories. It brings back memories of my sister Renee, and all of my brothers and sisters are gone except for one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And they in heaven. I'm good.
Yes.
So now we good. And we used to dance in the living room all the time. And she used to
Mhm.
give me all the latest dances. And when the bars them came out and switch them came out, you know, and we'll just be in there just singing. And who was that? Taste the Honey.
Okay.
Taste the Honey. Don't. Dun, 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 dun. And I would be on the broom, and my sister Stephanie would be on the mop.
Uh, oh, so y'all was really doing
Yeah,
it,
it
huh?
was Taste the Honey.
Oh,
Oh
wow.
God.
Wow. That's
So
wonderful.
yeah, we
Well,
had we had a lot of good times.
um, on this platform, anytime we mention anyone that has passed on, I would ask that you say their name so it's not a second passing.
Hmm.
We want you to say anybody that you said, how many siblings have passed?
Three,
If you don't
three.
mind saying their name just to honor them, if you would
Oh,
please do so.
okay. Well, the oldest is my sister Renee, um, my brother Eric, and my other sister Stephanie.
Okay. So we
Hmm.
send love and we acknowledge them.
Hmm.
Just because you told the story that's connected to your siblings, I thought that was a wonderful way to acknowledge them.
Yeah, and mom and dad. So I would say the Deacon and Albert Jordan and Louise Jordan.
Oh, wow. Wow, we bless that.
Hmm.
So with that you have, let's talk to someone heart or spirit that
Hmm.
has been in a situation that you've been in where they no longer have their mom and dad and the majority of their siblings. What is your process to remain and stay strong?
Well, it's the foundation of what I came out of, and they instilled that to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. And a lot of times, God, and I can say this now, God would give me warning before they passed,
Oh,
every one of them. And so I knew it. So He prepared me first. And I'm like, okay, this is okay. My father's getting ready to pass. This is the last day I'm going to see him, and he said he won't return. And then my mom was maybe 4 years after him, and she died in 2020.
mm,
And I knew then she had dementia, but I prayed to God and I said, Lord, let her do not let her leave this earth not knowing who she is or who we are.
mm,
And 3 days before she passed, she knew everybody. She was feeding herself again. She knew how to swallow again because they lose. They forget how to swallow. They they forget who you are, and she was back to her normal self.
wow.
She was feeding herself. Ooh, I'm hungry. Da da da. And I wrote this song called "Since I Laid My Burdens Down," and we we weren't going to release it until later. And so I said, Mom, I want you to hear this song. But at that time, she was non responsive.
Mm.
And when I played the song, she came out of it like this and said, Woo, who that's a great song. That's
Excuse
a good
me?
song. Yes. She came from just nothing to that's a great song. I'm hungry. What do you want to eat? Her favorite thing was fish fillets, uh, and shakes, the vanilla shake from McDonald's. And I hurried up and went and got it. She ate it. That night she wanted some Kentucky chicken. I went and got it. The next day she wanted some fish cage. I went and got it. The
Wow.
third day she ate, she watched the movie. She woke up the next day. She was like not coherent. She was looking at you but looking through you.
Yes.
And so he said, "You told me that you wanted her to know everybody." I said, "Yes, I did. Yes, you did, Lord." And he
Wow.
said, "Well, I granted your wish."
Wow. That's
And
special.
she was gone about 6 hours later. So
Wow.
he honored that, and I said, "Lord, I thank you." And we were all there. This was during COVID, and it was 25 of us in her room. 25. They weren't supposed to let nobody in the room. But the
Correct.
next day, you guys were so quiet. I didn't even know you were in here. And so she had come and listened to her heart was still beating, and she said, "Well, she's still here. She's still here." And when my sister Stephanie walked through the door, that's when she left.
Oh, she was waiting for the last
She was
one.
waiting for the last one to come, and
Mm.
she because it was nieces, nephews, cousins, aunties, and when she walked through the room, the nurse came back and checked her. She said, "Well, she with her Denzel," because she called her daddy her Denzel. Well, she with
Oh.
her Denzel, and we
Oh.
kissed her and we left.
Wow. What a wonderful way. Some people don't have the opportunity
Mm-hmm.
to say goodbye,
Mm-hmm.
because it
It
may
makes
be
a difference.
tragic. Yes. And I hear that all the time, to be able to go out in a smooth transition, meaning family is all there. And for you
Mm-hmm.
guys to see her, do you believe it's a big closure for you?
Oh yeah, it was huge. He gave me everything I asked for.
Mm,
Absolutely everything I asked for. Who could be mad?
that's
Right.
wow. That's amazing, and that's a wonderful way to for your parent or your mother to transition on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
A
He was not
wonderful,
alone, and she
yes,
knew every one of us.
wow.
So
And
yeah.
that's a blessing too, knowing that she was in the state of mind before.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep.
So let's talk about music. Of course, we never stop talking about music, but let's talk
Mm-hmm.
about it from this perspective. I don't know about you, but it's times that I've sung a song the majority of my life, and I was like, "Ooh, this my jam, this my jam." And one day I go, "Wait, one minute! I've been singing that song, and it finally dawns on me what it's all about."
Oh God.
Do you have a song, girl?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, give it to me.
Mary Jane. I'm in love with Mary Jane.
Girl,
And I
girl.
had no clue they was talking about weed.
Okay. Let me tell you, that is probably, Rick James is
Oh
probably
God.
rolling around in his grave, because that is the number one song on this platform that people
Right.
reference to.
Yes. I mean, hands down. I was like,
So, where were you, or what was it that made you realize it was alluding to marijuana?
well, it was my brother Kenny at the time. And he said, "Do you know what you're singing about?" I was like, "No." The Mary Jane. I think it's his girlfriend.
And then he told you what it was, huh?
Yeah, he told me what it was. I was like, "Really? Oh man." I said, "But I still like the song."
Okay. Yeah. Oh, of course. Rick James, bless his
Oh
spirit.
God.
Oh, that's a good one. But yeah, Mary Jane, Rick James comes up constantly. And even younger ones that I've interviewed, I wouldn't expect that they mention Mary Jane. So
Uh-huh.
that's one that, of course, because you think it's a woman, and it's
Right.
not.
I thought it was his girlfriend. I was like, maybe it's one woman he loved. Oh, okay, she my main thing.
Yeah,
Okay. Ah,
a different way.
right.
So So let's talk about, what do you do? What are some of the techniques you do when you have to vocal train? And what I mean by that, some people have times where they don't talk. Other has a tea regimen that they actually
Hmm.
drink. What is your process to maintain your beautiful vocal cords?
Vocal growls.
Okay, I have no
Saying,
idea what that is.
doing that. It keeps your lower register warm, and it keeps your vocal cords moving. Making sure that they move correctly. Um, I the like they say the old church candy, peppermint.
Yes.
Yeah, I like the peppermints. And I learned it from what's Patty LaBelle. She keeps it right here in the corner.
Really? Even though
Yep.
she's singing?
hmm I keep it right here because it keeps your vocals wet, lubricated.
Okay.
hmm
Have you heard of any other little tricks that you apply to you to this day that really works?
Um. Well, being quiet is one of them, but just doing your, I mean, it's the best thing, and it brings up a time with my friend Tony. She said, "Well, Rita, you got such and such to do," and I said, "How many days I got?" And she said, "It's 3 days." I said, "I need to figure out how long I'm not gonna be talking." And
Oh,
she thought that was the funniest thing. I said, "I'm serious."
wow.
I said, "I need to figure out how many days I ain't gonna be talking."
So was it a scheduled performance and you say, okay, those
hmm
days I need to be quiet?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Because I would have them like it didn't matter if it was church, if it was corporate, or if it was a funeral, or if it was a wedding. I was constantly the boom, 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 boom. So you have to be very conscious. Even now with the wind blowing, it's so bipolar. This weather is bipolar right now. We freezing, now it's windy, now it's hot, now it's cold,
Yes,
now
yes.
it's hot again. Uh,
Yes. So does those different change in temperatures also affect you
yes.
vocally?
Yes, it does. It does. It does.
Okay. See,
Just remaining, with your throat covered. Um, it's a lot of pollen going because the trees are budding, so you really can't get past it. You just have to hurry up, leaves sprout, so we can get back to ourselves. So I literally
yes.
take a some type of Claritin every day.
Every day?
Every day,
Oh,
I
wow.
have to
Just to maintain.
just to maintain.
Wow. Wow. So let's talk about you being very diverse, and I really love that about you. And I say that because you have supported Earth, Wind, and Fire. You've done stuff with Beyonce. You've done stuff with Rihanna. You've done stuff with Stevie Wonder. And
hmm
let's even move the needle, Celine Dion. And all
hmm
of them are very, very diverse.
hmm
What one is your absolute favorite you would love to do backgrounds for? And number two, what is your favorite song for that particular person that you've done?
Okay. Well, the ones that you named, as far as Stevie Wonder, Rihanna, um, these were all what do they call them? The Billboard Awards.
Yes.
So Stevie Wonder was a um, icon, and it was always at the end. We always covered the icon, and that was Las Vegas Mass Choir. We've background for a lot of people. As far as Beyonce, we shared stage, but we were also on the same. We came behind her in the Billboard Awards. Um, who else did you name?
Celine Dion, which I
Oh,
was
Celine
very
Dion. We actually did background for her at Thomas and Mack. It was her and Michael Bolton.
okay.
Michael Bolton, and we did background for both of them. There was like a certain song that we came out on, and then because everybody want to choir.
Yes, that is very true.
When y'all see us, we the choir.
Yes, you're right. Everybody do want to choir, but let me say this. It is a certain country western years ago, almost 20 years ago that I saw. And guess what? I didn't want to go, but I was drugged there and it was free. And guess what? They had a choir, and the
hmm
choir, when I say set it up,
hmm
I said, okay, that's why everybody want to choir.
That's right. You are absolutely correct.
It takes it to the next level.
Yes, it does.
So I
Yes,
can
it.
respect that. I could definitely respect that. So what did you do with Earth, Wind, and Fire?
I think we just shared stage.
Okay.
I think that's all it was. It was like anytime that you were like say it was we used to do Christmas in July. and that was at the Riviera. And so it was Peebo Bryson, it was Stephanie Mills, it was Roberta Flack,
Oh,
Dionne
bless us.
Warwick, Dionne Warwick, and I remember singing behind Roberta Flack. Actually, one of her singers said, "Come here," and said, "I was like, okay," but they were behind the screen. I sang for them, and she said, "Now you can say you sang behind, you sang background for Roberta Flack," and I sang the
Wow.
songs.
Wow.
So, and he was like, "Come here," and I always, God has always opened up a door for me. He's always shined a light above my head for somebody to see.
Yes.
You know, so it was like you got to be ready. You got to
Yeah.
be ready. Now I did have something happen the other day. We were supposed to do a show, and I could not remember these words to save my life. I just couldn't do it. And
Really?
it was, and you, as you say, rap. It was rapping, and
Oh.
and I could not figure that song out for nothing. I just drew a blank. If I had my phone, I would nail it. And they didn't have a teleprompter or anything like that, and it was not good.
So what? So what did you do to?
Oh, they canceled all for some reason. They canceled all the entertainment. They canceled the group and the choir.
Oh wow.
So I was like, okay, we had to be there 6 o'clock in the morning. The next thing we know, we get a call, and we get a text and said that they canceled everybody. We was like, okay, but they still paid us.
Oh well, we blessed that then.
Hallelujah. I,
Okay.
I was like, Lord, because I know that song.
So was this a custom made song
No, no,
just
no,
for
no,
them?
no. What's the name of the song? Standing in the Hall of Fame.
I have no idea. Who's that?
That it was new to me, just like it's new to you.
Do you happen to know who the artist that's singing? Because I've never heard that before.
um, it is by the Script Hall of
Never,
Fame.
never heard of it.
Yep, it's called the
Never,
Script.
never heard of it. But
He's from Ireland.
okay, okay, maybe that's what it is. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
but again, thank you for sharing. Because a lot of times we won't share our challenges, and again,
Oh,
as you say, tell your story.
I am an open book. I'm not ashamed of anything at
Yes,
all. That was the ultimate failure.
but you lived to.
Yesterday, look,
Yeah.
yesterday.
Oh wow! It was yesterday.
It was yesterday.
Oh
Yep,
wow!
and we were
Wow!
supposed to sing, but they counseled everybody. I said, Lord, I'm gonna need your help, and now he counseled everybody, not just us, but
Wow!
everybody.
Well, it worked out. Speaking
Oh
of
yeah.
working it out, let's talk about, because we just talked about a challenge, and one of my questions I have, when you have a time where you're challenged, well, we all, none of us will be without challenges. That's
Mm-hmm.
what life is. Is there a particular song when your spirit is low and you're like, I cannot do it today? Can you
Mm-hmm.
identify a song that will pick your spirit up and you sing it and it gets you all the way together?
Mm-hmm. Because the Lord is my shepherd, I have every little thing that I need. He lets me rest in the meadow's grass, and he leads me beside the quiet streams. Oh, he restores my failing health, and he helps me to do what honors him the most. That's why I'm safe. That's why I'm safe. That's why I'm safe. I'm safe he's in his arms. That
Ooh!
song.
Who's the or who's the
I do not even know. They
that's
would probably beat me for not knowing.
but guess what? You gave it so much love. You gave it so much intentions. And that
Mm-hmm.
song is what elevates your spirit when you're
Mm-hmm.
challenged.
Yeah.
Do you sing it often?
Oh yeah. I sing it all the time.
She
Yeah.
said, "Oh yeah. Oh
That's my
yeah."
to go to. That's if I get called unexpectedly or something like that. Yeah, that's my to go to.
Really?
Yeah. Either that or everything. It's gonna pop
What's
every.
who's everything?
That's by Ty Tribbett.
Oh, give me a little bit of everything, Todd
A little
Tribbett.
bit of that. Um, everything. You're everything to me. You're my peace. You're everything to me. And you say, Doctor, you're my savior, savior. You're my healer, healer. My deliverer, deliverer. We call you Master. You're my Savior, Savior. You're my ruler, ruler. You're my deliverer, deliverer. Then you go into, I will bless the Lord, oh my soul, and all that is within me. You're everything to me. You're everything to me. So that's my song.
Yes, go ahead, Todd Tribbett. I love
It's
his
just,
energy and what he does.
oh my God. I became a fan when he came to Victory.
Oh, he came to victory.
He came to Victory and did a concert, but it was under um what is Pastor Tony Collins. I can't remember her new married name, but they do a big thing every year.
Hmm.
And man, I was a fan after that. I was like,
Yes.
wow.
And his energy that I see, I've never seen him in person, but the deliverance and the energy that he provides online, I
Hmm.
could not imagine what it is in person.
It's mind blowing. It's unreal. It's like what in the world? I mean, the band, the singers, him, the energy, them. It was just nonstop, nonstop.
Wow.
That it was amazing. I've been a fan ever since. Just
Wow.
man,
Well,
he's
shout out
amazing.
to shout out to Todd Tribbett.
Tribute, yes.
So let's talk about this current label that you're on. How did you identify it, and what has been the benefits this current label versus labels in the past?
Well, this is my own label.
Oh, oh, I need you. Okay, just so you know, I
Okay.
have the invisible pew. Okay.
Uh huh.
The invisible pew is back here. You can't see them. I can't see them, but you're talking to their spirit because somebody may see it today, tomorrow, or a year from now and
Hmm.
go, "What she did? I can't." So say it one more time.
My own label.
Tell us about that
Now
journey.
my honey has his label. I haven't signed to him yet, but I've been doing God's Permission Productions for 20 years.
Wow. So what initiated it to begin with to say, you know what, I'm gonna do it my way?
I, I didn't want to become the slave.
Mm.
I didn't want that. And however, God opens the door for me to minister, and I'll
Mhm.
never say perform because it's a ministry, because you go to touch hearts
Mhm.
and to change lives. You don't go for entertainment. A lot of people come for entertainment. Oh, she about to do this. I said, no, I do anointing. I don't do nothing else.
Okay, you get them straight, huh?
Yeah, no, I don't do that.
Yes,
Yeah, no,
yes.
do that. Oh, we about to get down. No, we're not.
Mm.
We about
Well,
to
you
save some souls.
and I've seen that you also travel. I saw you singing with a lady from I think the motherland from uh
Oh yeah,
Africa.
you saw that video?
Yes, I did, and y'all was getting
Yes.
it.
Oh
So
yeah.
tell us a little bit about tell us her name
I
and
have
tell
no
me how the
idea.
collaboration came about.
I have no idea what her name is.
No, ma'am.
I no, I have no idea. I did a um, I can't remember what it was. Me and Michael Stampley on the same ticket, and we were in California, and this guy, this pastor from Maryland, saw us. Well, he saw me, and when I came up, he said, "That's what you need in Maryland," and I was like, "What?" So when he came up, he asked me for my number. I just gave it out. He's like, "Oh, can I get in touch with your manager?" I said, "I'm my manager," and I said, "Here you go." And so when he called, his name is Pastor K, and he was Nigerian. And when he said it was something every time you took the mic, there was a different atmosphere. He said
Mm,
you set a different atmosphere every time you took that mic. And my honey was in the audience, and he was like, it was such a big difference. But
really?
but when I went, he invited me down, and he said, "Oh, I want you to sing this particular song." I think we were doing, um, "If you're gonna say yes." Dun, 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 dun. What is that song?
I
Dun,
know.
dun, dun, in control. Dun, 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 dun. I can't remember the name of the song, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, ma'am.
It was Destiny's Child that was singing it actually, um, but um, he said, "Well, you take the lead, and she's gonna do some things." And so I learned it all just in case. And so that was literally our first time doing it.
Oh,
We did a run through, and then it was time for the show because by the time we got there, I had enough to do time to do makeup, and that was it, and get back on stage. So I have no to this date I don't know who that is.
wow. Okay. Well, listen,
To this day,
you it
I'm
it,
so
it
glad that you came across that video because I came across it a couple days ago, and I was like, I didn't even know, and it was at like 4,000 views or something like that. I was like,
see.
oh, what?
That's always a pleasant surprise.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is.
Well, I have had such a wonderful time. And before we get out of here,
Mm-hmm.
I would like for you, I have one question, music question, but before we do so,
Mm-hmm.
if someone wants to book you and they want you to sing, do anything, can you provide any information you like to get out so people can contact you in any social media handles?
Yeah, all of my social media handles is Aretha Harden. Um, Instagram and Facebook is the same. I'm simple. I'm a simple girl. Um, my phone number ain't a secret. 702-503-1113. That's my artistry name. I am
Yes.
that. But that's my artistry name.
So use like to the point that they can't get confused. All
Yeah.
networks.
All networks is Aretha Harden.
Okay, perfect. So this, first of all, help happy Women's Month because March
Thank
is Women's March. So I celebrate you as one woman to another woman.
Thank you. I celebrate you too.
Thank you very much. In addition to that, this season, this third season, is about discovering yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And I say that to say, can you identify a song that you can dedicate to the world based on you discovering yourself that you can share?
Let's say God's permission.
Okay.
God's permission talks about only moving when He tells you to. So I'm trying to think on how it even starts. Um, And I wrote the song. Lord
Oh,
Jesus,
oh, oh, so the
I
author.
I just drew a blank. Got it, got it, got it. We are standing, willing and able, for God's permission to move. We are standing, willing and able, waiting on God's permission to move in His presence, to move in its glory, to move in its power and His anointing. We are waiting for God's permission to move.
Ooh. And I love that because we all have to tap in to God. And when we tap in, we know when to move, when to be silent, when
Yes.
to say less, and really when to celebrate as well. So I love that. That's
Thank you.
beautiful. And you wrote that?
Yes, I did. You can YouTube it. That
Go
is on
ahead.
the album of Aretha Harden, God's Permission, and Aretha Harden, God's Permission Reloaded.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
Reloaded has two more extra songs on it. And the regular God's Permission album is the first album that I did.
Well, listen, everyone, if you want to check it out, you know where you can find her and put that in and check it out and let it bless you. I know I usually go into my spiel, but I did have one question.
Mm-hmm.
You've been named Aretha.
Yeah.
Did your mother name you after Aretha Franklin, or was it just the name that she loved?
Well, let me tell the story. My father's name is Albert, and he wanted me to be named Alberta.
Oh, okay.
And I'm so glad that Amazing Grace came on KCEP at the time that it did. And
What?
she said, "That's my baby's name, Aretha."
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Yep.
my gosh.
That's
Well,
how it came about. Do you know what I would do? I look like Alberta.
you are too funny.
It would
Oh
not
my
have
God.
been good.
Well, listen. Well, we love Aretha. Do you love Aretha Franklin's music?
I like her music. I'm not a lover of it, but I like
But
her
you
music.
you
Yeah.
like her music?
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
she paved the way for a lot of people, but she kind of give me grief because people, can you sing like I sing like me?
I know that's right.
And
Don't,
no, can't nobody do Aretha like Aretha, but
true.
I can do this Aretha.
Yeah, okay. That's an excellent response. That backs people off,
Hmm.
and you for the record, you have an absolutely beautiful voice.
Thank
I
you.
got a chance to see you recently at the Gospel Fest, and
Yay!
yes, you did a wonderful job. And
Thank
it's a
you.
guy, I always see him somewhere around you or next to you. He's a tall gentleman. Um, I don't know how to describe him. His hair is cut low.
Oh Lord.
I don't know. When I think of, I'll reach out to you, but I always see it. I'm wondering. He sung behind you when you were at the Gospel Fest.
Okay.
Darker hue.
Was he Heaviside guy?
Yes.
Oh, he's a Gaston. He's
Okay. Is
yeah,
that
he's
one of
Gaston.
the Gastons?
That's one of the
Okay.
guys
Well,
singing in
but
Gaston.
it seems to be whenever you're in the crowd, he's somewhere near.
Uh, I don't know. I just think it just happens like that because singers and musicians run in the same. They run in the same crowd.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Okay.
that's
Well,
about it. Yeah.
he has a beautiful voice as well, but
Oh yes, he does.
it's funny that I thought you guys may have been like in a choir together or something because I always see you guys in some
Right. Now he normally sings background or lead because he has his own project too. I can't remember his name, but I just call him Lil Gaston. Yeah. He's very young. He can't be no more than about 20, 24,
Yeah.
23.
Yes.
He's very young.
Yes. Yes. But I see him out here in these Las Vegas streets.
Oh yeah. But
But
hey, yeah, Gaston, what you expect? If he ain't playing
girl,
a bass, playing some keys, singing on a mic, what?
that
He
is that
Gaston.
you are absolutely right. It is
Hands
they
down.
birthed generations
Yes,
of
and generations
yes,
of
yes.
leaders. Just
Yes.
all I can say is leaders because they're amazing. So
Yes.
yeah.
I agree. I agree. I agree with you 100%.
Hmm.
Well, before we get out of here, I talk about the journey and the destination. The
Hmm.
journey is where we learn and where we grow. The destination is where we celebrate. Because far too often we be in the journey so long we don't celebrate. And when you don't celebrate, you don't appreciate. And when you don't appreciate, then you feel like, it's all for nothing. So we must celebrate. But the key to it all is to get back into that journey so we can continue to learn, continue to grow, and then we'll have an opportunity again in the future to go back to the destination to celebrate.
Right.
So I say all that to say when I have my men on, I salute them, but when I have my women on, I bow. So I bow to you, beautiful lady.
Thank you.
And I thank you so much for saying yes and coming on to my platform. And before we get out of here, I give last words to my guests. So anything that's on your heart, please share.
I would just say remain humble. Um, it's okay to say no, and when you say yes, give your best.
Ooh, I think you need to say that one more time for the people in the back pew because that was a word, or as they say, clock it. Come on now.
Yeah, it's okay to say no,
Yes.
but when you say yes, give your best.
I love that. You guys, please put your hands together and thank my beautiful guest that left us with a beautiful word, Miss Aretha Harden. Thank
Thank you so
you.
much.
Thank you. And as I say to all my guests, I'll see you out here in these Las Vegas streets.